I think our leaders have become truly simplistic, and the masses are just interested in resources and materialism. If you might recall, and if you have seen that, the mayor of New York made an advertisement with himself posing, eating a burger and fries. And he said that anyone who gets the vaccine would get a coupon to get free fries. Now, have the society become so degraded that a piece of a bag of French fries would entice you into getting the vaccine? Now, I have nothing against the vaccine. If you think it's the legitimate thing to do, the right thing to do, take it. But should you be offered such a petty bribe to take the vaccine? So many people in democracy are voters who have no more interest in life than their French fries and burgers and the TV screen. And they are the people who elect and enable very simplistic bureaucrats and government politicians to rule us. And that is where we see these simplistic policies about world government, the reset, the great reset, where Justin Trudeau of Canada repeats quite often. And a lot of simplistic people, simplistic, naive people who are nice, shining clogs, including in San Francisco, think that that is the way the world should work. Universe is extraordinarily complex. It does not work in a simplistic, linear fashion. And they don't really understand the secondary and third order complications they create through their simplistic devices. Now, for example, over the last 10, 20 years, governments around the world, at least the US, has implemented this FATCA. Now, FATCA means that your banks are required to report all accounts to IRAS, the revenue services of the United States. Now, the problem is that it became such a complicated issue that banks simply don't accept American clients, banks which are outside the US. Now, so a simple thing becomes extremely complex because these people are too naive and simplistic. These rulers are too naive and simplistic. They cannot understand the higher order effect. And what we see today is that everything is getting centralized because these naive people think that centralization is a way to run the society more efficiently. It isn't. It creates over-centralization, and it creates systemic risks because it centers all responsibility on fewer and fewer entities. And when things go wrong, it will just fall apart. The world will fall apart very rapidly. So we cannot engineer a society. We cannot make a society work like a machine, because even in a machine, a cog breaks, the whole machine breaks down. And that is the kind of society they are creating. It will run well as long as it runs well, but then the supply chain issues will come up. One small thing will fall apart, and the whole society around the world will fall apart. And that is clearly going to happen, but these simplistic, naive people who rule us don't really understand it.